The Canola School on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by Alberta Canola Producers Commission, Sask Canola, and Manitoba Canola Growers.
With Real Agriculture, we're at the Canola Discovery Forum here in Saskatoon, and joined now by Sheau-Fang Hwang with Alberta Agriculture. And Sheau-Fang, you've been doing a lot of research on clubroot, and growers, of course, have genetic resistance as a tool, but resistance is breaking down, and so there are potentially other tools in that toolbox. You've been looking at fumigation, fumigating soils. Can you fill us in on, first of all, what you've been looking at?
Yes, the first fumigant I look at is vampum, and the vampum is widely used for the vegetable production. It's a very broad spectrum fumigant. Because sometimes the farmers had very hot spots in the field, so they don't care how much it will cost. They want to treat it, and then otherwise you drive the machine, then it will spread and the whole field. The other thing, from our research, we found out the clubroots mostly high numbers at the field entrance, just because you have machine drive by. So that's why we work on the fumigants. And then this liquid vampum give very good results, except the cost is pretty high and also very nasty to deal with it. You need to have special training, and so it is hard. So I also look at another formula, it's a granule formula fumigants called the base-made, okay, which is more user-friendly and then also work. So this is about fumigants. Like I said, it's not an idea. We have big acres of canola. But however, if you kind of desperate want to treat a small, like a 100 meter square, then it's a good idea also at the field entrance.
So when you say they're expensive, in what sort of range or what sort of numbers are you looking at?
Yeah, and it seemed to me I did a little bit calculation and could cost you about $2,000 per hectare. That's almost like you don't get any profits at all. But on the other hand, some farmer did apply, and then they said they can get a better deal and only pay also at lower rates. So maybe only cost them $300 per hectare. So the main thing is they want to. If you just have a small hot spots, even cost you so much money, it's still worthwhile to do it. So then can stop spreading the clubroots, cover the whole field.
Mm-hmm. So when you say they've been effective, is that 90% effective? Is that 60% effective? What has the reduction in spore load been?
Oh yeah, and really, if you don't mind to spend the money, and the effectiveness is very high. Like you said, it can reach almost 90%. But the point is very costly. So maybe you don't want. And then another issue is this vampum and can kill the fungus, weeds, all this. Maybe also have some effects on your beneficial microorganisms in the soil. So I don't really encourage you to do it, unless you have, like I said, at the field entrance and also at hot spots.
Okay.
Thank you.
How is this vampum applied, or what does the process look like?
Yeah, the process, like I said, you have to use the water. It's liquid. You dilute with water, and then you can use the incorporates, or like I said, incorporates with rototiller, and also you can cover the plastic, sealed, and so the longer you cover, maybe have more effectiveness. But on the other hand, maybe not practical because you might miss out the rain shower. So you just have to play smart a little bit.
Yeah. Do you see producers adopting this or using this? Our land value is only increasing, or has only been increasing lately. Do you see it being practical in some situations?
Yeah, it is surprised. I did hear a few farmers one in the Camrose area, and they treated about 14 acres land. And then, of course, there even one realtor approached me just because the farmer wants to sell his land. And then he wants to treat these the 100-meter square spots to get a better value of the land. So people just surprised. But most of the time they use unvetable, much more popular.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for your time and thanks for joining us. Thank you.
You're welcome.